Our next comedian is Egi Nazeraj, and with that name you are either a foreign PhD student or professor or a football player, but he's a scientist. That's good for us because otherwise we couldn't pay him. He is Albanian and Italian because one mafia nation wasn't enough for him. I don't know. And he is, I will be dead by the end of the evening for that joke. But the thing is, he's an electrical engineer, so he will probably cock up the gun anyway, so... Please welcome Egi Nazeraj!
Thank you, Liv. That's indeed how I got my PhD. So better you laugh tonight. Well, before starting, I want to thank who has been in the most important stages of my life. She was there during my toughest exams, she was there during my master thesis defense, and she's here tonight as well. She's anxiety. That bitch. Well, being an anxious person is not easy. You are somehow always in a hurry, but at the same time too scared to act. So basically you end up in a standstill condition. Maybe that's why I'm still dating my high school classmate. We had our first kiss last week, you know. After 10 years, things are getting serious, man. Well, but the worst thing for an anxious person is driving a car, especially in Brussels. Oh my God. When I'm in the traffic jam, my body remembers to be Italian, so I start gesticulating and shouting to every car, "Come on, I've seen this spot before you. Are you crazy? I need it. And when I gesticulate, I take incredible shapes. Actually, you can find myself in a painting of Picasso. The parking spot. But then a vicious circle starts, and my face starts shaking, and I brake, I accelerate at the same time, and the engine becomes a furious animal, and I adapt that I cannot control anymore the car. And then the gas light turns on. Then Murphy's Law is always true. So now you might wonder, well, I shouldn't say this, so if there is any policeman here, I promise I'm going by walk home, so I'm not gonna drink anything, I swear, I promise. But now you might wonder, what's my research topic? You know the story about the psychologists that study psychology, first of all, to solve their own problem? Well, that's my same case. I'm working on electric vehicles. You know, electric vehicles makes me even more stressed than a common car. With a common car, at least when you end up with the fuel, you can refill it pretty easily. With an electric vehicle, the best option that you have is that to ask someone in the neighborhood for a charge. Actually, there is a Tinder version for this. So you basically you search for people around the place who can give you a charge. Hey baby, what's up? Can you give me a charge? At your place, let's meet up, yeah? I mean, but you need 4 hours to charge a car. So you should be a stallion. Well, that's not my case, I need a few minutes. So I started my research a few months ago, and what I realized is that in research, I'm not the only anxious person in the field. So what I learned from my colleagues is never ask to a PhD student, how much time do you need to finish your PhD? I mean, people start panicking and you can really be sued for facilitating terrorism. But you know, I'm okay, I'm fine. I still have, even if I only have 1,324 days and 20 minutes, I'm okay. I mean, I have everything under control. My therapist can prove it. So, but, I mean, 4 years, isn't it too short? I mean, can you imagine the Pope telling to Michelangelo, hey dude, while he was painting the Sistine Chapel, hey dude, better you come up with something cool in 4 years, otherwise I would send you to my boss. So, you know, I'm working to extend the range for electric vehicles. So I do this by implementing different sources in electric vehicles in order to prevent the so-called range anxiety. Range anxiety is like when you have diarrhea and you are anxious to leave the toilet because then you have to go back there. So your range is like bad toilet. So the thing is that having to drive very few kilometers with electric vehicles makes me very, very stressed and anxious. But knowing that every time I refill my car with fossil fuels, I'm financing a dictatorship regime in the Middle East, this makes me even more anxious. Knowing that every time I'm filling my car with fossil fuels, I'm destroying the environment, this makes me even more anxious. Knowing that refilling my car with fossil fuels, it costs me a lot, because of course I'm Albanian and I have a Mercedes, makes me very anxious. So what I hope is that one day, when the electric vehicles will be a common way of transport, I will be a less anxious person, and I can finally be brave enough to take out my girlfriend for a romantic dinner. Thank you.